Am I the butthole for telling my brother if his kids go hungry? That's his problem, not mine. Throw away. My English is a work in progress, so just a warning. I'll call my brother Mike and my ex Tammy. 10 years ago my then fiancé left me at the altar, most humiliating thing I've ever been through, and went on our honeymoon with Mike. In her note she told me she loved him since high school but he was never interested, so she used me to get to him. She claimed to have loved me at some point, but after a drunken one-night stand her and Mike knew they were soulmates. I'm not going to lie, I was a wreck for about a year. Every time I tried to move forward that day, her mother tearfully handing me the note and everyone's faces would set me back. But time's a healer, I've moved on. I disowned Mike and haven't spoken to both of them in 10 years. For the first 2 years my family hid they had any contact with him, but then just basically sat me down one day, told me Tammy was pregnant and Mike was planning to marry her soon, so I needed to get over because they were going to the wedding, baby shower, etc. To be honest, I was hurt at the why they went about it, but they're adults. I can't control what they do with their lives. I simply ask they not invite me to anything they would be at or expect me to forgive him, which they tried multiple times to make us talk, but after a year of no contact they got the picture. Fast forward to last week, I heard Mike and Tammy are expecting their 5th child, and Mike's business went bankrupt last September. Then the chain Tammy works at closed down and they have zero savings apparently. My family have hinted that my wife and I should help them because we are the most financially successful for the kids' sake. My wife told them straight up no and said tell Mike to look for a job, and we left. A while later I got a call from an unknown number. I had a feeling who it was, but I just had to answer. From the moment I said hello, both Mike and Tammy started ranting about me needing to get over Tammy. I'm my wife's a queen, saying I'm a piece of crap for punishing kids for something that happened years ago. Finally my brother asked me how does it feel to be the reason his kids go hungry. So I told him that's his problem, not mine. They started yelling/crying, so I just hung up. Since then my whole family is calling names for taking my anger out on Mike's innocent children. My wife said I should tell them all go F themselves and ask them to put their hands in their own pockets. I really am in love with your wife and I'm getting a tan from her blazing shiny spine. She is right. Plus, she is truly all the family you need. Mike and Tammy made their choice 10 years ago. The thing is, Tammy knew what she was doing and could have ended it way before the ceremony. Coupled with the fact she had a one-night stand, where your bro gets his culpability, the gross cherry on top. They took your honeymoon. I'd have sued her for that. I hope you got the ring back or dues for the cost. Oh yeah, might be good to mention to your family you already chipped in. And state the above reasons if they never paid you back. Not the butthole edit to say thank you for all the awards. I am loving the wife too. And she's absolutely correct. Especially about them reaching in their own pockets. The audacity of Mike and Tammy calling and screaming like they have any high moral ground is laughable. Block them all and enjoy life with your real family, that kick-ass wife you have. This your wife is amazing. Mike did you a huge favor when he took Tammy off your hands. I bet if all of your family members pitched in, they'd be able to feed Mike's kids. Keep up that NC, you're doing great. Not the butthole. They definitely could do that. But their money is too precious and it's better if some else's money should be given to them. Yeah, notice that original poster just said he's doing the best financially, not that other family members are doing poorly. There are government and charitable programs in most places for things like this, too. Not the butthole. First thing I thought of was that if they're in the US, food stamps and WIC are available to a family with that many children. And Mike can get a job at any place that will have him to feed his family. Many of us have even taken 2 jobs if necessary and succeeded. I'm thinking they're likely not in the US, as original poster mentioned his English isn't great, although, if you see this, you have nothing to worry about, your English is excellent, but that's more of a reason to think they have some sort of social safety net. Assuming they are in Europe, I highly doubt the kids will be going hungry. Tell your parents to tell them to suck it up and apply for food stamps if they're that desperate. All them folks can feed 'em, invite to move in and take collection for anything else needed. It amazes me how they vote for the person to donate. I also love this guy's wife. Coupled with the fact that his business went bankrupt back in September and it sounds like she was working at a retail chain or restaurant chain as it was, maybe they should have been more careful not to conceive another child? Not the butthole. Totally agree. They likely saw massive issues with their marriage as their finances toppled, so they decided to do the old classics: let's have another baby and bring back the magic, or let's F more often so we don't have to deal with the real problems in our relationship, like how it started by me banging your brother to make you jealous, then left him at the altar. Not the butthole at all. Up. Stand your ground and go no contact. For real. I understand completely that accidents happen, but wouldn't they be broke even if they didn't have a new baby anyway? They have 4 kids under 10 that they basically wouldn't be able to take care of. It was only a matter of time before they started harassing Op, new baby or not. Edit, wording. Or he could have applied for jobs from the get-go. He's had months to do it. Maybe not in his sector, but I am pretty sure you can find work for Amazon or in a hospital right now if you're willing to take on any job. Family, you have to leave the past in the past and give them money. Your wife, you first. Family goes bananas because they're hypocrites and she called their bluff, and when they tell you to get over Tammy, which you clearly have, tell them that it's not to do with her at all, it's your brother and his betrayal that you're not over. He could have had any other woman in the world, but he took yours. Honestly, sounds like brother did him a favor. F 'em both. Huge, not the butthole. Tammy probably based her whole narcissistic ego on the illusion that original poster is still not over her. The whole leaving at the altar was the narcissist creating a trauma bond by making it as traumatic as possible. You are so lucky, Op, that you got away. Not the butthole. When you say he took yours, I think you really mean he took that horrible excuse of a human off your hands. Tammy was the one who was looking to take something she got was exactly what she deserves. I love this idea. Op, if you did not get your money back for the wedding, then definitely say this next time anyone calls you to complain. Why wait for the next time? Take them to court for those expenses now. Not much yield, but lots of statement. I think just being able to throw it in their face is good enough. No need to kick them while they're down. I could be totally wrong here, but I'm pretty sure you got to sue within a year of the realization of the harm. At the very least, I'm like 100% sure 10 years is too long for something like this. Plus, it sounds like they are broke. Even if you went through small claims to avoid lawyers' fees, it's a lot of burnt time and energy for little reward. Not to mention the drama. I doubt it is worth it. The statute of limitations in small claims court is usually between 1 and 2 years. Even if she signed a written contract saying she'd owe him money if she called off the wedding, it would be too late to enforce after 10 years. But making a big production of saying, oh fine, we'll contribute financially, by forgiving this debt of $, might still be satisfying. Yeah, the moral I took from this story: wife is an absolute queen. Follow wife's lead, Op. She's got her head straight. What are you saying? Calling someone up and cursing at him is not the ideal way to ask for money? This exact thing has happened to me, and let me tell you. It is a trip to have a full-grown adult call you for the sole purpose of cussing you out and demanding money. So glad that toxicity is out of my life. It is a trip to have a full-grown adult call you for the sole purpose of cussing you out and demanding money. Sounds like call center. Yeah, dude, I know I massively betrayed you, but now that I need something from you, it's time for you to get over it. What a dip crap. ShockedPikachu.jpg. Agreed. Your wife is absolutely correct. And boy did you upgrade. Their spawn, their problem. Not the butthole. I agree. When people ask me for money to support their kid after they treat me like garbage, my usual response is I wasn't there for the fun, so I'm not going to be there when times get tough. I'm getting a tan from her blazing shiny spine. Just had to say that I love this. And not the butthole. Op, they made their bed, they can lie in it. They made their bed, they can lie in it. Isn't that what started all this in the first place? Agree. Your wife's right, Op. Did Mike or Tammy reimburse you for your share of the wedding and honeymoon expenses? Did Tammy give back the ring? They made bad choices. Those having 5 kids is not a choice you made, it was theirs. It is their responsibility to provide for their kids, not yours. I say this even if you had a good relationship. Even if all this didn't happen, you would and should have a choice on whether or not you help a family member. Absolutely. Good point. Your wife is awesome and absolutely right. Your NTA, and your brother saved you from marrying Tammy. Your new wife sounds so much better. F them, their kids are their responsibility, they didn't have to make 5 if they can't afford it. Not the butthole, this is not on you. The idea of billing them for the honeymoon is genius. Not the butthole. Tell them you'll help them after they reimburse you for the wedding and honeymoon. Not the butthole, and it sounds like you definitely upgraded when marrying your wife. Good on you, original poster. Tell the rest of the family to help Mike if they're so concerned. If you're really worried about the kids going hungry, maybe a call to CPS is in order. I agree about the upgrade. Maura is the type of person everyone needs in their lives. I don't know how my sorry ass ever got so lucky. Tell them the location to the nearest food bank and tell them you donated food. That way you are providing for them and others. Problem solved. That's an amazing idea. If you're in the USA, give them the 211 number. It's the number for local organizations and charities that donate food, clothing and so much more in need. Best of luck, Op. Also, I love the shiny spine on your wife too. We aren't American, but we have welfare in my country and food banks. And thank you, my wife is a powerhouse. Hope that's the right saying. I'd say powerhouse is the perfect word. Your English is great, by the way. Would you shock you to know I'm learning by using subtitles? Yes, actually, because learning via subtitles is effing hard. Laughing my butt off. I've been a weeb for a while and I know basically nothing. I'm floored that original poster has gotten this good of a grasp on a language with as many stupid rules that are constantly broken as English. Honestly, if I wasn't born in an English-speaking country with English-speaking family, I'm not sure I could figure it out in a class, let alone through subtitles. You are doing a fantastic job. NTA, by the way. Keep your head up and kiss your smart, strong wife. She's a good one. Dude, that's impressive. Not shocked. It is an excellent way to practice. And keep going the way you are. The leeches can find a different host to suck on. One they didn't lie to and steal from. Also wanted to add, I like the way your wife thinks. She sounds like a wonderful life partner. Good luck with the rest of the motley crew. That is effing impressive. Hell yeah, dude, keep it up. Yes, it would. That's awesome, holy crap. What has been the hardest part of learning that way? Yes, powerhouse is correct. There you go. If you have welfare, the most I would do is give them the phone number and tell them about the food banks and see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Oh, and mention a vasectomy would cure any more issues they have. Thank the Lord for your wife and her backbone. But maybe throw in some condoms for Mike and Tammy. They are crap people and I'm happy for you that you've upgraded. Not the butthole, of course. Yeah, but they need to be dropped off in the mailbox, in a blank package, with a typed note not giving any revealing information. Also, I second the call to CPS if they can't afford to feed them. I work for my county's benefit agency and so many people who get denied or who for some reason can't get their benefits always say to me, it's your fault my kids can't eat now. Or my kids will starve thanks to you. I always respond with, are you saying you cannot feed your children right now? Do I need to call someone about that today? That always makes them think again before insulting the person who has nothing to do with their own circumstances and misplacing blame. That's some r/malicious compliance, Reddit link. Threads over, best advice right here. Wholesome too. If they weren't such awful people, I would send them a wine/cheese/fruit basket for collectively helping you dodge a giant bullet. Don't do that though, they're the worst. Plus she is prego. Don't want to get blamed for anything else. Not the butthole, by the way. In this case, I'd say the bullet changed course by itself. It seems the last 10 years have not made Mike and Tammy any less selfish. Not the butthole. NTA, I'm sorry that happened to you, but you dodged a huge bullet there. Your wife is a queen. Take her on a nice date. We are in lockdown, so I plan on doing a dye pamper night for her. Got to make sure my queen's nails look good. You're wonderful. Enjoy your happy life together. Also make her some bomb-ass food or order some in. Everyone loves when they don't need to prepare food. Already on that got her favorite for being in the middle of all this BS. Good. TBH, I'd always take food and chores being done over nails and hair because I'm lazy and like food too much. Also preheating her car for her before work if it doesn't have remote start and you're in a place that's still in winter. Wow, that's an amazing idea. It's snowing here. Hey op? You can forget about that sorry ass judgment you made of yourself. You sound like a kind, thoughtful person. You calling your wife a queen and sharing your plans to pamper her show me you love her to absolute bits, and she is a lucky woman to have you. Family can be toxic and cruel, and it is ultimately up to you if you want to care for what are effectively strangers. You are not a bad person because they chose to have kids beyond their means and are suffering the same fate that millions of others face due to COVID. If you care for them, you may as well single-handedly pay for every other child in your country. They took and took from you. They don't get to take more. Take care. Well, thank you. Will you adopt me? I don't eat much, and I'm good with kids. Or have remote start installed on her car if you can. Those things can get pricey depending on where you are and the type of car. Even just going out there, throwing on the car and clearing the snow off is always a loving gesture. My dear husband does all of the above. And he not only warms up my cab on cold mornings, but checks all the stuff, oil, tire pressure, etc., as well as fix all the things I break, lol. He's the cook and chief bottle washer, as well as my CFO and mechanic. I own my own taxi. He was my dispatcher at the first taxi company I ever worked for, and took the stay-at-home position when I decided to go independent. Coming up on 19 years and he still gives me butterflies. Oh my gosh, you absolutely amazing human being. Purple is the color of royalty, by the way, in case you need inspiration. I'm a straight dude. This is important in the next sentence. This is cute as F, bro. Love that woman. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.